Brenda. Welcome to my channel, the Empress and the Sun Tarot. I'm going to turn my Do Not Disturb off. And so yes, this one. Happy birthday. So we hope everyone is doing well today. Hi, Beatrice. How are you doing today? Yeah. Okay. So you wanted me to check my volume. Not sure why. We have the rose quartz out today. It is Twin Flame Tuesday. So we are going to do a twin flame reading, and then we are going to get into the general energy. Beatrice, thank you for saying you're going to donate when you get paid. We greatly appreciate all the donations we get. Hi, Miss Bick. How are you doing today? I think she wants me to use some different cards. So I am looking to see the one she's guiding me to. She wants us to use the 7 Energy Oracle, which is a deck from Colette Baron Reed. So we will put that there as we are to acknowledge that, because they are a beautiful card with a little spiral on the back. We are doing super well today. It is Tuesday. We're just running a little late, clearly on Taurus time. So we are doing well. How are you doing? So he says we're really fantastic, actually. Just we're doing good. We're better than good. She's like, I did. Actually, Celia cuts it. She must have been a hairdresser in a past life, because she will randomly, all of my life, I've kind of cut my own hair. My daughter hates it. She is, she does hair. And she hates it that I will randomly take the scissors to my hair. So, Celia must have done it, because I literally turn it over to her and she kind of does it. She'll cut it, and then we'll decide if we want to do a little something else with it. So we're just, so Celia must have been a hairdresser. We figured she must have been some kind of performer. She really likes to sing some, like, she loves Alicia Keys. This girl is on fire. Girl on fire. It's funny. We were listening to that song, and my granddaughter was here, and she was listening to it. She's like, "Girl on fire." She was like, "What?" It was just, and so I told my daughter, I'm like, she's really paying attention to the lyrics now. You have to be careful. The card we get is the Tender Embrace card. So what I feel like that's about, embracing what's close to your heart. And the bottom of the deck is the Time Machine, because like now is the time we can really like move that the whole energy forward very quickly. But I feel like it's talking about embracing, and she said this was going to be a twin flame reading. So embracing that connection of that with that other person. And sometimes that is, embracing the journey as well. Or just anything that you're very passionate about. Sometimes we really just have to change our focus and really focus on the ones you love. If you know that connection is really great with that person, in the 5D, it's really good. So you just have to know that, everything is just about an opportunity to have contrast, to decide what you do want and you don't want. And then you have to have the foresight to know you have to you put it out there. Wait, it's going to come back. This morning, I tried a new Abraham process, which I don't know if it's really new. It's just a new one. I hadn't heard this one before. So, and she said we're going to get an Archangel Metatron card as well. But so it was an interesting process. I'll do a little, we'll see. We're doing a test on it to see how it works for us. So twin flame energy for today, for Twin Flame Tuesday. The card that came out is the card As Above, So Below, which is, about realizing that, you are together in the 5D with that person. And as you believe it in the 5D and feel it and work on the energetic part of that in the 5D, that can really help bring it into the 3D. And you have to let go of the control, because we get the release card, which we feel is about, time to release. Sometimes we want to control everything, and sometimes it's just not possible to control it. So we feel like it's saying the time is about letting go and letting, the thing that popped in my head was let go and let God. So just kind of, be easy about it. No, trust the universe. Dave and I were recently talking about that. You have to really have faith in the universe, and really, this is some beautiful energy that, the as above, so below, and the tender embrace card. They're, both a very similar energy. And I feel like the time machine and the letting go is too, because as you decide to be of that higher vibration with that person, you really bring in, like, you can change the energy like so quickly. Like Dave and I have had bad stuff going on, and like literally we can fix it really quickly. But meditation and being high vibration, and I see the little sparkles there. And it makes me think of my little fairy lights behind me, which I feel are kind of magical. When Dave and I go anywhere, we take some lights with us, just to kind of bring a little magic to wherever we're going. So we saw that somewhere, and we tried it, and we really liked it. We have them, in the camper. So it's just bring a little magic into your life. How are you bringing magic into your life today? So we are doing it. I'm doing it with my lights. And we have the rose quartz here today to help bring a little magic in for the love reading. So, and she said, that matches that card there. It was the as above, so below. But just realize that in time, the relationship in the physical is going to be that same magic feeling that is in the 5D, because that's what we're working towards. That's what the whole ascension is about, getting to that 5D where there is no conflict. Like, it's so, like, Dave and I have periods where, like, we are so in sync. It is literally magic how things just work. And then there's other times when we're working on stuff. So it's always a process. It's kind of like a spiral. So just know that we're looking for that bigger picture. The card that wanted to jump out is the Seven of Pentacles, which is about growing and learning. And I feel like, each one of these pentacles on that tree is, not necessarily a lesson, but something you have to kind of work through and resolve and, take that next step on. Initially, when, I started my path, I was nowhere near doing this. I had been in a car accident, and I had to change jobs. So I went back to school and, totally changed careers. And then through doing that job, I found out I had an energy, I could do stuff with energy in my hands. So it's like just going through the steps. So sometimes if you feel like nothing's happening and it's not moving, sometimes it's because there's just growth that it needs to naturally happen. Sometimes it just takes time. So, and like, that's it. When I think of Dave in that magical energy, like, it just brings so much more of that to me. So like, that's why Celia definitely encourages that, energetic, connection through the heart, where she's like, go into your heart space and, really feel that love, and then send, that loving thought to that person, instead of sending that, why aren't you here? When are you coming? That energy just is really, not sending that high vibe energy that you could be really sending. Because in the 5D, that energy, those thoughts, like, Dave and I are almost, simultaneous in the thoughts at the point where we are right now. So just know that that's going to come to really be like he said a thought, or he had a thought. I said it like 1 minute later, and he said, oh, you're getting faster. Until you said much faster, and we'd have said it before you. So which was the truth. So the next card out is the Ace of Wands, which is a new opportunity for this way of communication. Oh, we feel like this is inviting you to work on your higher connection do some meditation and try to, connect with that person. It's such a natural thing for Dave and I to be really connected. So we feel like that is a beautiful message about taking your connection to a brand new level with communicating in that 5D way, which is in a super high vibration place. Don't let what's in the physical hold you back. Don't let your mindset of, well, we're here in this 3D physical. We have to really focus on here. Because really, you don't have to focus on here. You can really choose to be in that higher mindset place. Because the other person is doing the work. Both people are doing the work. Sometimes I feel like the feminine is saying, well, I've been doing the work. Now I'm waiting on the masculine to come. If the masculine is not coming, it's probably because honestly, you still have more work to do to get to that point. Because things kind of manifest based on where you are energetically. So, take a moment in your heart space. So you're saying, communicate in this different way. Be in this high vibration. Go in that as above, so below vibration. Be high vibration and send them that tender embrace. Send them the love that you would like to be receiving from them, because they're going to mirror it back to you. So as you send it to them, they're going to mirror back what you're feeling to them. So if you're sending negative energy towards them, they're going to mirror it back. So honestly, it's about really just take some time to really, so just like be in your heart space. Don't let the physical hold you back from trying this new type of communication, because it can really progress, even if you don't know who your masculine is or you're unsure, you can ask your higher self to bring in their higher self. Just say, I would like to speak to my divine masculine's higher self. I would like to work on sending love and communication to that energy. And the more you love yourself, the more that person is going to be able to love you. Because Dave's able to really love me a lot more, because I love myself a lot. I've really worked on my self-love. And we're working on his, because I've showed him how much love I can shower on him, even if he's feeling conflicted. And he's also had the feeling of me showering love on him when we're in high vibration. So as that happens, he can feel the difference of it. Like we talked about it last night. Celia had gave me a message yesterday after I had talked to somebody on my live. And she said, sometimes when Dave is down, we try to bring him up. And she said, when we do that, we are actually sacrificing our own vibration to go to his vibration. Because every time I try to, most times, not every time, most times when I try, he may come up a little, but he's not coming up to where I am. So if there's somebody that's in a lower vibration, do not try to cheer them up. Instead, be happy. Honestly, that is surprisingly, like when Dave's not in a great mood and I decide to just maintain my bubble and be like, okay, well, here, I can feel his wobble. And we talk about it. I'm like, you got to wobble. I'm going to go in my office, or I'm going to go, out in the hot tub, just whatever, to take that space to maintain my energetic bubble. Because if I go to that lower vibration, I'm no good to either of us. So honestly, it's about really preserving your energy between the two of you. If you're in high vibration and that person's not, it's probably better that you're not like together, or you're going to be unhappy together. If that person's in low vibration, you're either going to meet them there or you're going to repel each other. So if you're not in communication right now, that is why, because your energy is not matching. One person is very high vibration and wants this. The other person is feeling very conflicted. Like she's like, that's just, but as you're happy, like when Dave and I got together, initially, we had this magical bubble and like everything was absolute magic. And then, as time progressed, we've had to do a little more work because, Chiron's being my friend and all. So as we've done a lot of work, I still meditate and I keep my vibration up through everything. I'm like that. My most important relationship is my connection with Source, my connection with Celia. It's funny, you always hear people say, "Oh, that should be your most important connection," and honestly, it is. Like if I'm not connected to Celia, I'm not happy. So truly, don't sacrifice your vibration by trying to raise somebody else's. Is apparently where that was going. So we are going to get one last message, he said, for this, and then a couple cards for guidance. But apparently, this is going to read the reading for Twin Flame Tuesday. And I'm just following her guidance. And that card is the Three of Wands, which is the wishes coming in. But for that wish fulfillment, you have to be willing to take some action to get there. Are you willing to work at this high vibration? Are you willing to try communicating at a higher level, that's really balanced? Because you can like have the wish fulfillment of bringing in this contract that you are meant to fulfill. Like the messenger is like knocking at the door. Hey, do this work. But we feel like you're standing there waiting for somebody to do something and not realize that you're the one that's in control of your own happiness. Literally, by you choosing to be happy and really working on your spiritual path. Because to get to this as above, so below card, that energy, you truly, truly, truly have to be balanced in your energy. And you have to be really working on your path. Honestly, until I stepped into my path, it wasn't working. So don't block the communication that's trying to come in. Like you are totally in control of this. You can make this happen by having a higher view of it. And it's the endless possibilities are next. But like you have the opportunity, you could move like everything so forward in your relationship so quickly. Those are both wish fulfillment cards. We feel it's just really inviting you to try communicating on this new higher level. The universe is asking you to take this step. Are you willing to take the step? Because like Dave and I are always communicating on that higher level. So as you're balanced, your other person is. And as we do that, we always, being balanced isn't a forever thing. Literally, it's sometimes a minute by minute thing. Honestly. So like you are really in control of just being happy. Celia says, just be happy, be open to new opportunities. We feel like this is like such a brand new opportunity for communication of the highest possible vibration. I'm getting a couple of romance angels. And like, as I stepped into my union, I did so much healing and energetic work on me. Me and Dave Daly did energetic work on opening my chakras, on balancing, on all of that really helped open all of my Celia stuff up so much. So literally, so in that initial period, you get the card. It's safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Yeah. So you're saying go through your heart space because it is your soulmate. It is your person. So open your heart to your twin. Try to communicate at a different level. try to communicate from, the as above, so below level, and send to them the love that you are having the expectation of, that's in the 5D. Send them that love of the highest possible vibration. And just know that it's about timing, everything in the divine timing. But I feel like it's a new opportunity for the next week to really open up your telepathy, work on your, that kind of communication, your communication, energetically, because it is your person, yes, this is your soulmate. And for me, it's, yes, this is your, this is your person. So, that is a great message. So, hi, Dave. Thank you, my love. That was twin flame reading. Yes, divine timing is always in charge. Yes, dancing's one of like the highest, like fastest ways it lets you release endorphins. It's super high vibration. She told me to keep those out. We're going to use some of those. So, Miss Vic, how are, did I see a comment about your twin? I feel like there was a comment, we were doing the general, I'd like to thank everybody for joining. We call on whoever my guide Celia is, called to. So, hi, Sweet Veggie Cookie. How are you doing today? Am I not seeing what I want to see? Miss Vic, yes, feel calm when you're connected. Yes, work on that 5D. She's like saying this energy of this week is like the veil between Dave and I has been very thin energetically. Like I'm so able to read him this week. Yeah, so just know you can communicate in that 5D, which is in that heart space, which is going to make you feel that magic. So you must know, would you like a reading, Miss Vic? She says, we always appreciate you. You're always gracious with your donations, and we always appreciate them. We have to ask, where do you live? You get the cards of a grand symphony and Into Me I See. I feel like, yeah, this is like, that's a really, really strong message that everything is happening in that divine timing. We feel like it's definitely a time for you to have, that spiritual growth. And then we get the exposed and revealed card, which is about taking that really deep look within. Yeah, we feel like taking, Yeah, with the exposed and revealed and the end of me, I feel like it's definitely wanting you to take like some kind of deep dive. It's going to help you figure out what that burden is you're carrying because you got the Ten of Wands. And then the Page of Cups. So we get the Ten of Wands, the Knight of Cups. Then you get the Ten of Swords and the King of Pentacles, which I feel like, I like that you have the two tens on this side. I feel like this is a message about your money. We'll get to your twin flame in a second. She says, this is about your money. She said, you're going to like figure out what this is. What's that burden? You're at the end of the cycle. She says, like, really look, have you looked at where your Chiron is? Have you looked at where your North Node is? I feel like it's wanting you to take a really deep dive in you. Like, as you take a deep dive in you, like, and really are looking, what are your patterns with, what are your patterns in money and what are your patterns in love? Do those cycles coincide? But we feel like you're going to like figure it out because she's like, take that deep dive and then you get the two, those are the two tens I would be wanting to release because we had that release earlier. And then I feel like are going to get a brand new opportunity that's going to be so stable. And that King of Pentacles is very much marriage material. Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So she feels like you need to just take that really deep dive. And it's going to really bring that in through fixing whatever is holding. But she says, look at your pattern in money and in love. Like, as far back as you can remember. Like, and then even kind of look at like your parents' patterns with love and money. Like, I would draw like a little thing, here are my patterns with love and money. Here's my mom's patterns. Here's my dad's patterns. Do you have siblings? I would write a little thing on their patterns. And, are they stable? Is love easy for them? Is, love difficult for them? Is money easy for them? Is money easy for them? Is love easy for them? And kind of just do it that way. Is this and this, which is, how are they? And just kind of notice the patterns. And if it's not easy, kind of write a little more about it. But like, she's like, take a deep dive into this because this is like generational karma. You can like heal, and it's going to like heal your money thing like very quickly, which is also going to bring that Two of Cups in. So we love that. She's like, but you can really like do this deep dive right now. It's a great time to do that and do some releasing of some stuff. Those patterns are a really great way to do that. And we feel like, she said, hold on. Yes, you just got to start identify the pattern first, like where it is with everybody, and just kind of identify the pattern and then kind of figure out how the pattern is in your life. And when that pattern happens, how does it make you feel? And really focus on when throughout your life you've had whatever that feeling is that causes. And just notice that way you'll be able to see which, part of the family lineage that's coming from. And honestly, if you do that work and you pay attention, you will see it ripple through your whole entire family. She's like, ripple through the whole family, like hugely. And And we were getting a card about, is he thinking about you? And we feel like he is thinking about the past about it. So he is definitely thinking about a new opportunity. So, but yeah, she wants you to really take a look at the pattern, identify the pattern, like, because it's a spiral. It's going to keep happening in your family lineage, and like fixing that. You got the 210s, you're carrying that burden, and that negative energy that's probably, something that might have been projected on your family lineage, hundreds of years ago. Words are powerful. People don't realize how powerful your word is. Truly. But she says, if you have a little time, which she thinks you might, do a little bit of the work, meditate a little bit, and do a little of the work. You might be surprised how you can resolve all of that. Okay, we are going to move on. Hi, Kason. How are you doing today? The Doll Face Diva, I'd like an update on my twin flame journey. Absolutely. How are you doing, the Doll Face Diva? Yes, because you got the 5 of Cups, and underlying was the World. Brand new cycle. So that's good. But he's thinking about it. But I think you have to do a little bit of energetic work with it. You're still holding on to some feelings of the past, and he is as well. So as you release those, he can mirror that energy back to you. So like, I would write down everything that happened, how it made you feel, and where that fits into your overall pattern. And once you can heal that pattern, then you can really and work on sending him love and trying to communicate in that 5D, of that, be in that heart space, because have that opportunity right now. You have seen him. So now that energetic connection has been like reignited, so he's definitely thinking about you, but you can definitely change the way he's thinking. By the way you're thinking, it causes an energetic ripple in the whole energy of it. You have to, I would write a love letter to him for the time you spent with him and talk about only the good things. We told somebody else to do this yesterday. Write a thing about the good things. It's a new moon, or it's a full moon in Leo, and Leo is fire. I would do it and I would burn it. Make sure if you're burning it inside, you have a bowl of water and be safe. But write him like a goodbye love letter to what it was. And don't be sad about what it was. Just think of it was a time that sparked this journey, and that, how amazing it was then, how wonderful it can be now, how next level it can be, now. It's all perspective. If you wouldn't have had that time apart with him, when you get back, you won't have appreciated it quite as much. And you both had time to grow and learn and do stuff with other people. So that's totally much better for you both too. Sometimes it's better to learn things with other people. And you'll still have those cycles happen, even if it's not with that person, because everything's a spiral. Oh, the doll face, you're going to... Oh, okay. We like that. We're going to get an update now, the Doll Face Diva, on, yeah. Celia's full of advice. She's like, you get the Divine Matrix card, which is the number 44 card, that master number of, manifestation, stability, and that's just, showing everything happens in the divine timing, of when it's supposed to. Everything is, like, I see like fabric, how all the fabric's woven together, like piece of fabric. I don't know. And then you get a powerful move. So I think you should try the communication in that 5D, and write that letter, and really work on being, only thinking of that person in the highest vibration. Do you know a lot of times when Dave and I aren't on the greatest terms, you might never know, because I always feel the highest regard and honor for Dave. And I know that I try not to take anything personal, and we're working on that. So, because we're on the twin flame journey too. So, but like as she's calling it the sacred masculine, she's like sacred masculine. As that energy, are you treating your masculine sacred? Are you doing that? And I can't help but notice on this, she told me to look up, on this bulb, there is, that hole with that key. And, you have that key of, seeing beyond. That is the key of seeing that, that relationship is of a high vibration, and it's already connected in the 5D. It is already done. So he says, it is done. It is part of that, it is part of the matrix, but it's about seeing beyond. It's about really focusing on trying to be connected, in the 5D, because you get the tower, which means like you would be surprised at the change of things as you get connected. It's going to really bring in some stability for you, because first you get the tower, and then you get the 10 of Wands, and then you get the Queen of Pentacles, which is pretty stable. So we feel like it's really going to like be a real like leveling up for you and make you feel, it's going to make you feel more confident and comfortable of your relationship once you start doing that connection. Queen of Swords, like really taking the time. Are you meditating? Really, it's something you have to work on and focus on. It doesn't just happen one time. You can't say, okay, we're going to have this great conversation and I'm going to be able to, maintain that. It takes, focus on it. So you have to really just, she's like, really, you have to spend the time. But like she's saying, that first reading was about, this is a brand new opportunity for that as above, so below, to bring that energy in, by starting with that connection. Because we want you to be this. We want you to be in that energy of, I'm waiting, because you know what? When he comes, it's going to be the right time. End of story. When he comes, he will be ready. I don't want him to come to me till he's ready. You surely don't want that. You don't want no chaos. You want when you're working together, like that's me and Dave and Celia working together. That's my card for that. Me, Dave, and Celia working together. And that's what we're working for. That's what the twin flame is. It's you guys working with your higher selves together on joint mission. Like, so just know that you guys share that same higher self. Like, yeah, but like, she's like, be the queen and wait, because it's going to happen. Once you start that communication, you're really going to instantly put down the burden of when is this person coming back? Because you know what you're going to be in confidence of? They're going to come back when it's the right time, when they're ready, when they're ready to make me, that. Yes, absolutely. She's like, you have to have that confidence in it. Look how confident she is. No matter what anybody's saying to her, how does she feel? She is not having it. I hear not having it. None. So you have to have that confidence about your relationship. If you're that confident about it, start working with your higher self to build that bond. Yes. Yeah, she is. Because she's done put this burden down of the waiting. She ain't carrying her shit around. She is waiting for somebody to come and get her. End of story. So really, it's about really take the time right now. She's like, really, it's asking you to really work on developing your higher self. Like, Your Celia wants to talk to you. She wants to guide you. She will connect you two together. Like, I had a part of Celia, but my part with Celia is never the same since once I've been with Dave, like our Celia is like a whole different level than where we began. Like, as an understatement. He used to tell me at first I could read his mind. And then we really worked on some stuff and so but there you go. The doll face diva, thank you. Miss Beatrice, are you here? So you ask. Hi Beverly. Hi Pinky. Hi Dishy. Yes, and it's like the veil is like really thin. So Celia's like, yeah. Dave is my twin flame. So like really that's the connection you're going for. That as above, so below is like so true. Like, yeah. So like you need to really clear out whatever is blocking your heart. And really start working on, connecting that way. Cause we got the Ace of Wands earlier, which is a brand new opportunity for that. So we are going to look at the participant list. Yeah, and she's like, it's really about that time of just connecting with your higher self, like that, like is like so important. Beverly, can we get a card for you? We'd like to thank everyone for joining today. And I just give the messages my guide Celia wants me to give. And she doesn't stop until she's ready from that message. So sometimes they're fast, sometimes they're short. Beverly, did you have a question or would you just like a general? What would you like today, Celia says? The card that fell out was the land in between. She said we're taking it. Do you feel like this is where you are, Beverly? Do you feel like she said, do you feel like that could be where you're at? I feel like with that card saying, with the way that's up, like that looks like are you having a heart chakra activation? We feel like Celia's saying yes. Definite heart chakra activation. Beautiful uncaging. Well, we will get some more cards to see what kind of advice, but we feel like you're really blocking your heart. And if you are blocking your heart, then that's going to energetically block that person. You see that like cage around that heart? And we've like this land in between is very lush and green, but it's very disconnected. So we feel like your heart's very disconnected right now. And honestly, Beverly, my guidance, Celia's saying, actually, Celia's guidance, not mine. Celia's guidance. Celia's guidance is don't focus on love right now. Like if it's not being easy, take a step back. Bring your energy somewhere else. Like literally focus somewhere else. Like she's like focus somewhere else. Are you meditating? Are you working on your spiritual path? Have you looked at where your Chiron is? I didn't post it yesterday, but I'm going to do it today. Celia says, Dave, we need to post about the Chiron class part 1. And then at the end of February, we're going to do part 2. So we're going to do the first Chiron class. coming up. So I will be posting that later today. But have you looked at where your Chiron is? Have you, have you looked at where your patterns are in love? Because it's literally like a maze of things we have to figure out and unlock. Oh, Chiron's in Aries now. What degree was it at, Beverly? Because Chiron was retrograding. It had been in Aries, so we got activated a while back, and then it just retrograded back to Aries. So right now it's sitting at like 12 degrees Aries. Here, let me take a peek and see. Chiron is at 12 degrees Aries. Still. So, yeah, look at what degree. Oh, see, 1970. Dave is 1970, and his is at 10 degrees, I believe. Somewhere in there. Mine's at 12 degrees and literally Chiron station direct on mine. So yes, his is 10. So probably at 10. So it's probably really activating your Chiron right now because that's a 2 degree, orb. So definitely activating your Chiron. Look at what house and what sign your Chiron is in. And Beverly, I'm going to post my class later today, and I'll post it in my community tab and in my in the Facebook group as well. So but as that's happening, see what house it's in. Like, so he's like, see what house it's in. We're not in a hurry. She's like, if you want to look, we'll have a talk about it because we feel Chiron is like super important. That's one of the things Celia says is the key. It is the key symbol on your birth chart, and she's really strong about it being the key. So because we feel like you're something spiritually is like trying to really open up for you. What is your spiritual focus? What are you interested in spiritually? What practices do you partake in? Be happy. It's definitely like a time of celebration. I think it's a time for you to bust you open. It's like Chiron and the sun are sextile, like they're almost tomorrow, they're exact sextile tomorrow. So honestly, like that's what Celia tells Dave, that he's supposed to really, his mission in life is to be happy. Because like as you decide to step into whatever your spiritual mission is going to bring definitely a healing to your heart. What are you doing to heal your heart? Do you do any kind of chakra? Are you doing any like Reiki? Do you do meditation? Do you do any kind of energy work, crystal work? What are you doing to balance your body energetically? What are you doing to ground yourself? So apparently she's got a lot to say about it. Hi, the princess. You got to work on some spiritual practices. Like this heart chakra is like trying to like bust open, because as that does, look, the next card is the royal you, and you get to tell the story of how you really would like it to be, because it's a grand symphony and you can really write your own story. Like you can write the story of it all. What do you want? As you open your heart chakra and really work on manifesting from an open heart chakra, things come in so easily. Like Like something's really trying to bust you open that's going to bring in like the most happiness you've ever had. And the way that brightness looks, it also makes me feel like a little bit sometimes that Kundalini energy can really like do that. And that's really going to, which is coming through, meditation. He's very, working on being grounded, but also manifesting in everything he's wanting. That Two of Wands is about, putting out there to the universe what you want. And then you have to let it go. You can't sit and think, when's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? You have to put it out there and trust that it's all going to manifest, because you have that power to transform the way everything moves forward. Like, and then there's the Wheel, and then the Emperor, and the Hierophant. Let's see, and the Justice card. How many majors? And then the Ten of Pentacles. She said, how many majors can we get in a row? 3, 6, 7, 8. 8 majors, and then the Ten of Pentacles. So you are totally in control of letting it bust you open. You have to let it happen. You have to be willing to walk and say, I am walking towards this. Both of these people are arms up, surrendering to the path. Are you working on your spiritual path? This is about an awakening. The part of the awakening is getting yourself high vibration, happy, joyful. The happier you are, the easier it is to manifest everything in. Honestly, if you feel this is your person, Beverly, the best thing you can do is to work on meditation in your spiritual path. If that's your person and you choose to go date, you are just really causing third party energy, and then just other stuff you're going to have to be with. That if you get with somebody, and then what happens if they fall in love with you, and then this other person comes back, and you're just going to break that other person's heart because that person came back. Sometimes it's really about just taking the break, because like all of this is major. This is saying the universe is trying to line everything up for you to be happy. Like this is like the Emperor, the Empress, the Hierophant, the Justice card. That is like marriage and commitment right there. Like completely. Like completely. It's saying you have the power to manifest your twin in. I'll just say I had a catalyst that wasn't my twin. And we, so it's very possible, but by you getting connected to you is going to bring in that person back, or your true twin in. But you have to have a heart chakra activation and opening. Until you open your heart, nobody's going to come towards you and love you like you want to be loved. Honestly, they can't until you love yourself and are willing to like be truly open with your heart. Because you can write the story. You really like, that's beautiful energy of what you can do. You can write the story. That's, pretty high vibrational story, but you have to take the action forward of opening your heart, because it's very disconnected right now. I would really like work on like chakra meditations, and work on clearing your chakras, and really, I wouldn't date. I would really, instead, I would focus on you and your spiritual path. Everybody says, what are you doing? I'm dating myself until the right person wants to come towards me correctly. I'm going to just date myself. I know what I deserve. That's a really good attitude to have. Or say, I'm dating for marriage. If you want to come in my direction, you know what? I'm dating for marriage. If you don't have that to offer, go ahead, take a step back. I did that and literally brought Dave in immediately, which was my true twin, when I decided to have that mindset of I was ready to date for marriage. So have that statement. Say it. I'm dating for marriage. If that person contacts you, you know what? I would say, I'm dating for marriage. What are you up for? And literally, like, take no less. Know your worth. She's like, you got to know your worth. And that's part of that heart chakra. You don't know your worth. Oh, you don't know your worth. You got to know your worth. And it's definitely a heart chakra day because she had me wearing my malachite today. Yeah, like literally, I said that, and literally the next person I dated was Dave. And I had really given up on dating. I was like on a dating site, but I took everything down. The only thing that was on it was I was an energy healer. Like I was like done. I was like, here, I'll just go on the dating site and get some clients because everyone I was dating was needing work. So I'm just saying I've done that. Oh, I'll just date then. That doesn't work. Then you just see an amplified repeating of your pattern that you have to clear. So trust me, just focus on the spiritual path, because literally that was so much major arcana, like towards like the marriage, the 10 of Pentacles, which is the happy family, you know, that legacy, like that's truly what you want. So like literally be in that mindset of knowing what you deserve. She's like, know what you deserve. Know what you deserve. That's like on my forehead, so going crazy. So you got to really, work on knowing what you deserve. You are very welcome. Hi, Princess. Oh, that's because your last text caused some abandonment things, and so we were talking about him yesterday. So you were in his energy field, and he's feeling a loss of you. So Dana, my guide Celia says you can definitely tell the different energy between a twin flame and a soulmate. A twin is really going to mirror energetically to you on all of your deepest wounds and trigger every single one of them. And we literally just talked about that. If you did something, do it with just a friend, like no dating. Like we literally did. We not have that conversation. So that's showing you how telepathically he's like the first reading was about twin flame reading, and it was about a new opportunity to communicate in the 5D. It was the as above, so below card. So like definitely an invitation to connect in the 5D. Yeah, they're definitely different. Like that twin flame energy is like my first marriage was like now that I look back on it, a very much highlighted repeating of some of my parents' marriage and just some things from my childhood. And it was overall not as much of a lesson learning, like overall eye-opening experience of what the twin flame journey is like. That's such a deep spiritual, like Dave and I share the same like higher self. Celia is both of our higher selves. Like she is the connection between the two of us. Like when I have that 3 of Pentacles card where it's the 3 people, it's me and Dave and Celia. We're all working together. Honestly. So the princess, but literally she said we were talking about that. But yeah, the first reading was about, that as above, so below, and about a new opportunity, the Ace of Wands with the 8 of Wands. about communication in that high vibe. So yeah, like Dave and I are I'm like almost reading his mind. Like the other day I said something and he said it, I said it a minute later and he said, "Oh, you're getting faster." I'm like, "How much?" So she said, "How much faster can I get?" Say it before you. And like with that, Dave and I have like a spiritual mission to work on together. Like, yeah. So it's like really quickly. And she says the veil's really thin. So like the cards were the tender embrace and the as above, so below card. So she's like, the veil is so thin of the connection. And we have the 8 and Ace of Wands, which is about, an opportunity for new communication quickly at another place. Go really deep into the love of your heart space and you can energetically communicate that way. Yes. Yeah. Do you want him to come towards you? So he says, do you want him to come towards you? I would say that I want him to come towards me. I would write those words. I would type that. Your written word is powerful. Your typed word is powerful. Your intention is powerful. Telling the universe you're open. Oh, you're the masculine energy. Oh, you are the masculine energy, just like me. So your instinct is pursuit, even though he's working on his masculine, so it scares him. Nothing wrong with that. Uncharted Sea. So it's really about you, honestly, like super go into your feminine, like really pull like that feminine, like go into the feminine, like really focus on your feminine. And then we got healing of the heart. So like be really in like the most loving spot with him and just rampage about how much you love him and about the magic of your relationship and like really go into like that really feeling place of that feminine energy. Don't be blocked in your heart as that masculine naturally sometimes because you are that feminine alone. So you have to protect yourself, which makes you have to be masculine. But when you're with him, you have to figure out how to be feminine as well. So he doesn't feel feminized because you're being the masculine. So I totally get it. 1000%. So honestly, my advice is really work on being in like really that uncharted energy that you have not been really stepping in is that feminine. So really work on that feminine and maybe send him a text and say, I would feel much safer if you were here. Be vulnerable, put yourself out there and say that, I would feel safer if you were around or, put it out there. Be vulnerable. Have fun with it, Say, well, I always feel safer when you're around or, or I'm safer knowing that you're thinking about me or, be easy about it, but, be a little feminine. We're not saying be needy. We're saying vulnerable. It's a whole different, yeah, be vulnerable. Like he needs you to be vulnerable so he can be vulnerable. Honestly, he's going to mirror, if you can be vulnerable, he'll mirror that back to you. So we're like really, come from a place of your heart. And yeah, she's like really, thank you, Miss Vic, for donating. As soon as we get, the princess's cards, we will, get your question. Yeah. Yeah, but she said be vulnerable. That's different for, oh, you're not vulnerable. That's the, She said we're taking all those. Yeah, she said be vulnerable because that would be definitely a new cycle for you. We get the Magician and the Eight of Swords. You don't think you can manifest this as quick as you can. She said if you would get out of your head, you could like pull that in almost instantaneously. You would be surprised. You're focused on him not being there. The Five of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Ten of Swords, and the Four of Swords. Like, you don't know your power. You totally don't know your power. Like, she's got fire coming from her hands. Like, she could be manifesting everything if she would just stop looking in that dang mirror and turn around. It's completely the where your focus is. You're definitely normally in that masculine energy. And that feminine, the feminine energy is hard for you. Is the feminine hard for you? Play some love songs. Get really like mushy heart space. Like, get in your heart. Like, she's like, do that Uncharted thing and like be really feel the feeling of the love you have for him in only the feeling of love. Like, think of, the times when you're together. Only, not that he's not there, only think of that he's there. The cycle of, the joy and the happiness. Like, really be of the emotion, because then the tower's right there and wish fulfillment. Because you guys are working together to bring this new opportunity together that's going to be so healing and balanced. And be a brand new way of communicating for him, of a brand new way of him taking action towards communication. If you're being a little more vulnerable and not so he says free and easy about it. So more lighthearted, easy about that, like fun and, easy, but like, that's like loving yourself, the Hierophant, the Justice, this is divinely guided. But you have to open your heart to like bring that in, like, and through opening your heart, that's knowing your value and being happy. And you know what? If he's not here right now, it's because you have something else you have to be working on. That, trust me, when he's there, you're going to be working on so much more. But like, really, like, try to be in like your heart. Like, yeah, Celia gives Dave and I love songs, and different songs. She really likes the Motown from like my younger times. So, Miss Vic, please says, thank you for your donation, and we will do your question now. You are very welcome. Okay, we will get guidance about Alex. If he's that catalyst, once you really know your worth, it's like that energy's just gone. Like they've done their part of the mission of activating you. And honestly, my catalyst person texted me a couple different times, and I just don't even give it the time of day. I blocked the number. No time for that. We get the Divine Matrix, so we get the Oracle Skip. I feel like he was there to really bust you open. And then the Call of the Muse. I feel like he was there literally to bust you open, to start your journey. Part of the divine plan. We feel like he was there to do, he was there for you to find out, like my person was there to let me, like, put me on the twin flame path. So I started doing some of the work, which allowed my true twin to come in because I was doing the work. And she says, with that, be at a place, you have to be at a place of peace with that. Because with that, it makes me feel like the spirit of gratitude is like, you have to be at a place of peace with it is where it is. Because it was literally just to break you open. Like it was so much more of a gift than you realize. So much more of a gift. In time, when you're in union, you're going to look back and be like, I'm so glad that I don't have that energy with this person. That I never have to, like, Dave is like so solid and so stable and like loyal and dependable. He's all the things on my list. Like, he's the best. Like, see my beautiful flowers. Like, he is always taking good care of me. He does everything. I love you. So he's like, we love you. So, yeah, but we feel like, yeah, that's because he's shooting energy at you. He's thinking about you because he's thinking he's not getting your energy. So, yeah, he's just thinking about you. He's probably projecting some negative energy your way. Because we get the Hermit and the Two of Cups, like he's like, what the heck's going on? But literally, like, that's just igniting your path. We feel forward towards the new Ace of Cups. We feel like, yeah, he's just he's thinking about you. Definitely. Four of Cups, definitely trying to hold on to that past. But she says you're getting that clarity. You are seeing that there's a different path for you. And you just have to make that choice to go towards the path. I will say though, Miss Vic, if you don't make the choice, the tower happens. And after the tower happens, you get some healing because and then there's a new opportunity. We feel like I feel like he may come back, but it may be too late for him. We feel like he's going to come back and you're already going to have healed it. Like, he's going to come back and you're going to be like, no thanks. You're going to gain some clarity and make a choice to really do something like, because you got the Hermit and the Two of Cups, which is somebody that's on your spiritual path. Somebody that you're going to be able to really walk the path with. And you got two aces here, which is two new opportunities of gifts going to come to you. Which one is the gift of clarity and one is the gift of love. And with that Ace of Cups, that's knowing your self-worth. And as you know that self-worth, he's feeling that loss of you. He's like, hold on. I was getting this energy. Yeah, I think he's going to come back, but I think you're going to have moved on. I think you're going to have healed. I think you're going to make the choice and you're going to heal. And you're going to be like, nope. Yeah, but as you're really working on your spiritual path and working on your self-worth, you are going to realize you are worth so much more. Because trust me, the feeling of when he comes back and you say, no, thank you, I know my worth, you're going to feel like $1 million freaking dollars. Trust me. So I feel like he's going to try to come back, but I feel like you're going to be like, too little, too late. Because, that Page of Wands is little energy, a little message, a little action forward. I feel like too little, too late. Because you're going to find your happiness by looking into doing your healing work. Like that is the sun and the moon right there. So you have the sun, the moon, and the stars. The sun, the moon, the star. That's pretty good for the majors there, and the hermit that's on your path. But we feel like he is the catalyst just to open you up. We feel like definitely someone different on your spiritual path. But I feel like he's going to come back, but you're going to say, no, thank you. Because honestly, I have to ask you, Miss Vic, if the other person that we've been talking about recently called you tomorrow and wanted to start dating or whatever again, and you started something with him, if Alex come back, would you drop that person for him? And sometimes things like that are really as a distraction, you know, and a test of, have you learned your self-worth? Are you willing to let somebody breadcrumb you? That is some kind of relationship. He has a relationship with you energetically, so it doesn't even have to be in contact. He literally has an energetic relationship with you. Every time you think about him, he gets part of your energy. I know we don't always like to think about it, but think of you as yourself as a battery. Every time you think about him, you're sending him a little bit of your battery. Your energy, when you think about him, it feels nice when other people are focused on you. If he's focused on you, does it feel good to you? If he's focused and loving on you, does it feel good to you? We're guessing yes. Because we know how it is. If Dave is focused on us, it feels really good. And then if Dave's not focused on us, I can still be in such a place of love for him that he doesn't have to be focused on me, but he can feel my energy to him. Even though he's not focused on me, if I'm sending him love. But if he's like he sent me some love, like I can energetically feel that, and that other person can feel that. So even though if you're not in contact with him, every time you think of him, you send him a little bit of energy. We all work on an energetic thing. So he says answer number 3 would probably be the best answer, as that like is making my eye twitch. So so he says you're at the land in between, that place of having to open your heart. Oh, you're so guarded in your heart. You got to take a higher view of it. Speak. Meditate, call in your higher self. Ask to speak to each of their higher selves. Talk to Alex's higher self. Say you want to have a conversation. You would like to know how Alex, what are Alex's true intentions? Did that activate your Kundalini? We get the body and the soul and the higher self. So we're feeling like he probably activated your Kundalini. Just because he activated your Kundalini does not mean he's your twin. a lot of times that happens and it's like a toxic relationship. It doesn't necessarily mean that. She said we're taking that one. She said it's that exposed and revealed card. It's like such a deeper connection physically with the twin flame. Oh, we feel like he definitely activated your kundalini. And then the bottom of the decks, let it go. You can always put it out there. I want the universe to bring me the relationship that is meant for me, that's for my highest and greatest good, and make it easy. Like, put it out there. And honestly, if you're unsure and it's not going well right now, you know what? Take a step back and literally work on your spiritual journey. So you gave you some steps to do. She's like, take some time to work on that. As you work through that, like, you can be surprised at how quickly things can change if you work on the energy of them. Like, oh my God, fast. So, yeah, but we feel he definitely probably activated your kundalini, and was a catalyst. Really activated a lot of things for you. Miss Bick, when you touch people, do your hands get hot? Like, if you touch their shoulders, do they say your hands are nice and warm? Can you feel like if somebody has like a spot on them that's hot? Like, literally, it's about just changing your focus. Just be like, okay, I'm going to work on this pattern stuff and figure this out. I'm going to look at where my Chiron is. I'm going to look at where my North Node is. And just kind of work on that. Learn a healing modality. Learn how to do Reiki. Honestly, that's definitely a gift with your hands of energy. Which that might be the new thing you're supposed to learn, is maybe some Reiki. Maybe look at taking a course on it and see, just see. You never know. Because you definitely probably have a gift of healing with your hands. And sometimes if you just literally change your focus and like literally decide to, okay, I'm going to just focus on, my spiritual path. Because honestly, if you want that relationship, the higher your vibration is and the more spiritual work you've done, the easier the relationship is. And until you've done a certain amount of the work, that relationship cannot come together. You guys will just keep bouncing off each other. Or other people that are going to trigger that same feeling with you are going to bounce off of you. The next time he contacts you, tell him you're dating for marriage and see what he does. Honestly. The energy of that connection physically with you brings him so much manifestational energy. He's just like an energy vampire with it. Like, has that intense sex with you to like siphon off your energy. Like, you don't understand how powerful that energy is. Truly. You have no idea how. She's like, you have no idea how powerful that energy can be. Truly. And that somebody that's doing that is just literally doing it for the manifestational energy. Because things probably manifest super easy for him. We don't like that. We feel like It's not good for you. You're not getting reciprocity out of it. You're getting... Women think sex and love are one thing. Men think sex are one thing and love is another thing. They are not the same for a man. For a woman, they are combined. For a man, they are not. So just because somebody's having sex with you doesn't mean they love you. And they're not giving you reciprocity on what you have the expectation of. Are you looking for just sex? If so, that's great. Go have sex with him. But know that with that, that's what you're getting. Because he's not dating for marriage. He's just not at that place. Yeah, I wouldn't either. Yeah, it's literally like that's your we manifest from our sacral chakra. Like that is your manifestational creativity energy. And when you give it to somebody that's not in a loving reciprocal relationship, they are stealing that part of your energy. We don't like that. Because you're looking, you're just looking for different things. Then, if you tell him you're dating for marriage, see his reaction. Okay, that's exactly what I'm looking for, or crickets. Because the person that I had that energetic energy with, you know what happened? I told him I was dating for marriage, and I got what I wanted. And that was left alone. You can call your energy back, but now it's been enough time but every time you think of him, you're sending him your energy in one way or another, literally every time you think of him. And he's thinking of you, why isn't she thinking about me? Hold on. And that's in a Five of Pentacles way of sending you in him doing that is sending you a negative energy back to you. Yeah. He's thinking about you because he's in lack of your energy. He liked you hanging on the string when he's still doing whatever he wants to do. Because we just think there's something so much better for you, Celia says. So much better. That it's really a time about your spiritual growth at this time. And as you do that spiritual growth and really fill your cup up and know your worth, you're going to know that you deserve somebody that treats you like a queen. Literally, somebody that all the stuff Dave does for me, somebody out there wanting to do that and more for you. Dave does so much for me. I couldn't ask for Dave to do more. Dave does so much for me. He is the best. I tell him that all the time. He's the best. Yeah. He does that. He makes a date with you and then he cancels it because he gets a better opportunity. That's kind of shitty. I love you most. Dave got me my sign that's back here that says, I love you more, because we love each other more every day. Yeah, and then he does that, and then you feel like you're in lack of him, so then that makes you have more desire for him, so then you think about him more. But he's canceling because he is getting a better opportunity to say, we don't like that. You deserve so much more. So much more. But she said, earlier she told you about looking at those patterns. She's really serious. They're going to bring some deep healing to you. Dana, how are you doing? It is shitty. You deserve so much more, girl. She's like, you deserve so much more. Where are you from, Dana? We feel like you're new energy. Cecilia's like, hey, who's Dana? Do you have a question or would you like a general? You are welcome. Celia's like, you deserve so much more. She's like, so much more. Endless possibilities for you, Miss Bick. Like, she's like, well, welcome to the channel. Okay, so we will just get a general for you. That Divine Matrix cards come out so much today. Everything in that divine timing, and we feel like everything is like shifting into high gear this year. So you get the Divine Matrix card and you get the beautiful uncaging. So is your heart blocked? Is your heart being blocked? We feel like it's getting ready to really get an activation if it has been blocked. Yeah, I feel like with that, it's like heart chakra, total activation. And you have that key there. And Dana, we teach a class on Chiron, which is the wounded healer in your birth chart. My guide Celia says, that is the thing we are here to heal. So we find a lot of times that as you heal the Chiron, you heal, you can really open your heart chakra. Oh yeah, 'cause you're really holding on to something from the past. And as you're holding on to that, whatever blocked your heart, you can't go forward. She got the Four of Pentacles, which is definitely that holding on, like, but there's a new opportunity coming. Sometimes that devil for me can be, especially in this deck, is like a very passionate new energy. You have to make sure it's not toxic and maybe look at your toxic patterns that are blocking your heart chakra. And are you open to new love? So then we have, it's part of your spiritual journey because we get the Hermit and then the Nine of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, which we feel like it is about teaching you to have balance. And it is the soul contract about you finding your stability and your self-worth. But we feel like there's something, as you let that energy go, we'll just tell you, Dana, it is the full moon in Leo this weekend, and Leo is fire energy. So write a goodbye letter to this Capricorn energy. Only write in there about the positive. Write, thank you for the time in my life. You brought this opportunity to me. I've learned this and this and this from you. I send our energetic connection back to the universe to be transmuted and healed as love and light, and send this person off with love, and then we would burn it. If you burn it outside, make sure you're in a safe place. If you burn it in the house, make sure you have a bowl of water. But it is fire energy with this Leo new moon, because as you let that go, there's like such a new opportunity trying to come in, like such new good opportunity trying to come in. Dana, I will just say I am a twin flame reader. I am a twin flame in union. So a lot of times that toxic energy is that. It's about you learning your self-worth and your power. and not being manipulated. Does he energetically manipulate you? Dana, I would really look at where your Chiron is, because I feel like that's always something good to heal. That's in your birth chart. It is the key symbol. Is it toxic energy? Do you feel love from him? Is that the only energy you feel from him? Love and passion? I'm guessing it's very passionate, because we get the lover and the devils, but we feel like it's an opportunity. You get two aces, the ace of pentacles and the ace of cups. What about hurt and disappointment and sadness? Do you feel any of those things about him? Why are you missing him? Why are you not with him? We feel like this beautiful uncaging is about you figuring out your own self-worth. Because he may be the one, because there's the Emperor and there's the Death card and there's the Knight of Wands, which is that in and out energy. So is that the energy he's currently in? Is this the energy that needs transformed? From the Knight of Wands to the Emperor. He will do that energy as you know your self-worth, because it is part of the spiritual mission. So I would say he's probably your twin flame, but sometimes we have to walk the path alone to figure out our self-worth. Definitely, like independently stable, taking care of her own shit, like Nine of Wands, or Nine of Pentacles. She's taking care of all of her own business. And as you do that and step into that, that can totally transform this other energy. Yeah, that self-love, like my guide says, that's like key. But like, if you haven't, Dana, looked at your Chiron, we're going to mention it again. We are posting, we do a class on it. We're actually posting it later today. We'll be posting a link in the community tab. But like that Chiron, my guide says, is one of the most important things that we have to heal. And I know that Chiron is really active right now. The sun is in sextile to it, so it's definitely shining a light on it. People can be getting triggered a little more easily right now. So if you're feeling a little extra emotional and not sure why, it could definitely be that the next few days, because that sextile with the sun and Chiron is, we love Chiron getting its light shined on it. So hi Elin, how are you doing today? We will see if there is a message for you today. Wind chimes are really going today. My mom must have something to say. You are very welcome, Dana. Hi, Alex. We are doing well. How are you doing today, Alex? Well, Elin, you get the card Wish Upon a Star. And you get the card of Waking the Lion, which is definitely like the strength card to me. So strength and healing feels very good. And then you get the tender embrace card. So um, as a therapist, my guidance is always, listen to your body, but know that you have that inner strength to come through this and really have the miracle you're desiring. And know that magic is all around you, because there's like, the fairies all around in those cards. So don't be so hard on yourself. And sometimes what do you do that makes it feel better? Are you using heat? Are you using ice? Are you putting any type of ointment on it? Yeah. What are you doing for pain relief? Are you taking medication? Are you relax is not. Are you still getting some gentle movement, like gentle range of motion? How does that do? Like, listen to your body and try a little gentle range of motion. Try to do what you're comfortable in. I mean, consult your doctor, but normally if you're doing some physical therapy, they're going to have you doing some gentle range of motion in the comfortable, range. But sometimes heat helps, sometimes ice helps, sometimes you can alternate. But just try different things to find out what, gives you some relief. Do they have biofreeze where you're at? Ice will normally, like, you have to leave it on there for about 15 to 20 minutes, and you can do, periodically on and off, but like that will numb it, which will reduce the pain overall. I call biofreeze the magic green stuff because it works to loosen up muscles. It's kind of like an icy hot, but I find it to be a little bit more effective. But it kind of basically the same thing. To where it loosens the surrounding muscles up so they're not pulling so tightly on that spine area. Because we move less, sometimes other things start to get, tightened up because we're not moving them. So, but consult your doctor with anything. But sometimes the ice can definitely be very beneficial. And have that positive aspect, because that Wish Upon a Star looks pretty good. Which definitely makes me feel like this Aquarius energy we're in, and then that it's a Leo full moon right this weekend. So, I feel like talk to, talk to your guides. How secure are you feeling in your home? Is there any like toxic behavior going on? Because it's kind of about making a choice about that stability. Are you wanting to move? I feel like there's some. That feels like a not good energy around your house. Do you have creepy neighbors? Something about taking a different path. And we feel like that's, she's like at your home. That 4-1, she's making me feel at your home. Toxic energy at your home, near your home. Are you clearing your energy? Or are you clearing your space? Is there any like codependent behaviors going on? I don't know. We're gonna get something else. She says. Is there a lot of drinking going on? Elin, are you drinking to try to help some of your pain? Oh, does dancing hurt your back? Because like they're like, how is dancing? She said you went to the party where you dancing. Does that make your back hurt? Are you doing something that's making that be more inflamed? Something that you're doing is causing that to be like, she said, inflame, flames at the bottom. He's in. Yeah, I got it. But she said when you really be aware of like monitoring your pain and kind of keeping track of things, and as something really triggers your pain, kind of be aware of that. Oh, when you're at the party, and if you drink, that sometimes dulls the pain a little, so then you might dance and be causing it to flare up a little bit. So just be a little more mindful about it, especially if you're taking any kind of pain medication and doing that. You sometimes have to worry, but just be cautious. You're just being guided to, be aware. Yeah, but I was feeling like, yeah. It looks like you are manifesting someone new on your spiritual path, someone maybe you've been holding some energy for. Yeah, you've definitely been manifesting. I feel like you're about to have someone new enter your life, Elin, somebody you manifested. Like maybe a mentor or a teacher, or I feel like somebody a little older, because I see the hermit there and he's older, and then the the magician here is older, and they both, so I feel like you're gonna have a new opportunity to bring in somebody that's a gift. Maybe a new doctor, or some kind of a new opportunity is gonna come in. Something if you meet somebody that's a little older, don't be resistant. Don't be resistant. Yeah, don't be resistant. And yeah, just be really cautious on your back about any kind of drinking. And really just kind of, pay attention to what's causing the flare up. Like really, like, when I do this, does it make it worse? Or, and just kind of focus in on what's exacerbating the pain. You are very welcome. We hope you're having a great day. I think we are going to take a break. We're at almost 2 hours. So we are going to... Oh, Alex, you're still here. I didn't... Lee says, you know, she has a message for you. And Hansi, we have had that Divine Matrix card many times today. And Alex, in the beginning, we did a twin flame reading, and actually I'm going to post it, but it was about communicating in the 5D more with your person, taking that communication to that higher level, like so I'm going to clip it out after I'm done, and I'll post it as a separate video. So you want us to do that, like yeah, in that higher happy vibration place where, you know, that ascended place where we're trying to, you know, be, you know, where we're in that place of love and light. So we are she said, we're getting a card for you, Alex. She's like, oh, we got to get one for Alex. She loves the support you always give the channel. So we greatly appreciate it. Clearly, a lot of cards. So the first card you get is the Smoke and Mirrors card. And then you get the Great Big Love. So with those two cards, Alex, I feel like she's saying separation is an actual illusion. There is no separation. That love is like always there. You just have to be in your heart space and have that faith and that knowing of that knowing, she says. And then we get the Land in Between, which several people have got today, and the Royal You. We feel like this is definitely a heart chakra activation. For you, several people we feel today have had that. So we feel like there must be like the veil is thin. So work on that heart chakra. And then the Tender Embrace card was in the original message as well this morning. So I feel like being in that most heartfelt place. So I feel like it's definitely heart chakra activation. She said, since we're talking about the chakras, we're going to use the chakra cards. Alex, how are you doing today? Because she says, you know, when you get through that heart chakra activation and go past that Land in Between, you get to the Royal You card that's like, it was kind of up at the top more than the other cards. So like crowning the spread. So she's like really, and it's the Royal You card with a crown on it. So it's definitely a, how's your crown chakra? Are you working on your chakras? We feel like it's definitely a heart chakra day. We'll see what tarot wants to come out for you. Yeah. Ten of Swords, letting go of those thoughts that do not serve you. Dave and I have a thing lately where I'm like, does that serve you? And he says, last night, he says, every time you ask me that, the answer is always no. So maybe kind of try to get in the habit of asking yourself that when you're having a thought, does that serve me? You know, because that girl can't get no more dead. Because really, if you know, 4 wands on the bottom, that twin flame card, if you know, then you know. She said, if you know, you know. If you know that is, if you know, then you don't need to be in this because you know. So, we feel like you really, oh, and that's another solar plexus card, the 10 of Wands. So the 10 of Wands, the 10 of Swords. So it looks like it is the end of a cycle. So it looks like, we feel the end of that cycle could be, that separation of, the smoke and mirrors card where that there is separation, because truly there is no separation. And those are both solar plexus cards, which makes me feel it's about, are you really stepping into your power? And are you ready for a brand new beginning? Because you get the Fool next with the Ace of Pentacles. We're going to take that in the Emperor and the Queen of Cups. So are you ready for a brand new opportunity? Or are you letting the past hold you back? Are you letting the past hold you back? Whatever this is you need to let go of, let that shit go of. And like, you get 2 aces in the Emperor. Come on. You can't beat that. She's like, put that shit down. Drop that rock, as Dave and I say, truly, work on, that heart chakra, be the, love that, yeah, she's like, something, what you're focused on, there's all these cups here, and, it's totally the, 5 of cups we feel lately is definitely about, where is your focus? Are you focusing on being in your power, being the, being the best you can be, are you sitting there wearing your crown? Are you wearing your crown? Are you like, she's standing in her power, she's shining her light, she's like going like forward. This is who I am. And are you stepping into your spiritual path? Are you ready for the transformation at hand? Because we get the Death card and then the World card and the High Priestess. So we feel like Alex, are you inviting your higher self in? Because we feel like as you do that and change that communication in, because we had the Ace of Wands and the the Eight of Wands, which is definitely a new type of communication. And as you decide to step in your power and stop focusing on the lack and not that, and really focusing on, I'm going to develop my power. I'm going to communicate with my higher self. I am really focusing on building that connection. And as you really stand in the power of doing that, like, such transformation is going to come through that connection with your higher self. Like, that is going to totally be the thing that brings it all in. Super quick, because the Knight of Swords wanted to come out. So, and the Knight of Wands. So, like, definitely, like, it's wanting to come in, like, very clear, very quick. Yeah, like, I feel like it's definitely inviting you to do that. Like, when Dave and I first got together, we focused so much on my energy, but I had already done so much on my own. And, I feel like you definitely have to, like, start fostering that connection with your higher self, because truly, like, Dave thinks something and I say it within a minute. So, we feel like you're probably on that end of the stick of it, Alex, where you're going to be, the channel of that voice. So, welcome to the party. There you go. So he says, truth, Ace of Swords. Welcome to the party. Yeah, your higher self. You have the same one. Me and Dave share our higher self. Me and Dave share Celia. Like, literally, he had a thought in the hot tub the other night. And I said it less than a minute later. And he said, oh, you're getting faster. Like, so Celia's saying, Alex, you are going to be the voice of that part of the relationship. You are going to be the voice to speak for your higher self. In the physical, for your relationship, you have to decide to build and foster that connection. Yay! It is a magical part of the path, Alex, to have that connection and to be that voice. So, that is why we had to wait. So, Celia said that was an important message to give to you, to let you know that is where your path is headed. We will give you that little tidbit. So, that is where your path is headed, Alex. it makes me very emotional because I know where I've come with it. So it's a wonderful journey. Have fun with it. There you go. So now we are at 2 hours. So I'm going to take a little break. I may be back in a little bit. I am working on the, I'm going to post monthly forecasts for each of the zodiacs. So those videos will be posted. And we're going to take a little break and go meditate. So everybody have a good day. Bye.